In isolation, most of us are having the same problems when it comes to diet, exercise, and sleep. And that's because you're inside the house a lot of the day, probably having some jungle fever, and it's difficult because you've broken routine. So I'm not going to get into much of the science. I want to attack sleep today a little bit, but talk about the habits you could do to get you more effective rest and also to make you sleep better. And the first thing is get off the bed early and get some sunlight. Sure, you may be inside, but you could come outside and take a little stroll. Take in your backyard, as I do sometimes, and let sunlight do the activation of your circadian rhythm, which would then push you to sleep better and regulate that cycle. Apart from this, a lot of people drink coffee, which has and caffeine has a half-life of about 6 to 7 hours. You don't want to drink that when the day is ending, and I understand that some people will drink a cup and go to sleep, but I'm talking for the regulars here. Just by the science, it has a different effect. So drink some green tea, relax, and get ready for bed. That's another thing I want to say, getting ready for bed. We talk about lights on being and the reaction it has in terms of oxygen free radicals in your eyes and how it keeps you up. We know blue light. But then also simple things like taking lights off or dimming them in your room. Another thing is actually getting ready for bed. Some people think they're just going to take off the TV or whatever and then they're going to fall asleep. That's not how it works. You want to go to sleep for 10, say okay, by 9:30, let me get ready for bed. If it involves simply doing some meditation exercises, which may be as simple as just focusing on your breath, which plays a big role. I've also had difficulty sleeping for years, and just literally getting ready for sleep, just going and taking some breaths, focusing on your breathing, you will fall asleep after a while and end up in sleepitation, as they say. Some other things which play a role are, for example, lowering your core temperature, which a lot of people do cold showers. And I've spoken to a friend and he said that some people live in different climates where it's naturally colder. However, water being a better conductor, it would naturally, if that hits your skin, it's going to send down your core temperature better. And it has an effect because people who have done it, as I've asked them, they fall asleep more quickly. And apart from that, the last thing I want to touch on is eating before you sleep. A lot of people eat and doze off immediately, and that may not be the best way to do it because it's a physiological hyperglycemia you're sending yourself into. If you think about it just logically, when you're sleeping, you want your body to rest, and that means all systems. You want to rest, repair, recover. And if you eat just before you sleep, your digestive system is going to be going, right? Part of you is working while part of you is trying to rest. It's probably not the best way to do it. So have a lock-off time for eating. Drink as much water as you want. If you have to have something light. Try these things and honestly let me know. It's changed my life with regards to how I operate, and maybe it could help you in this time of isolation to get proper rest and stay productive. Stay healthy.